And if I didn't already see it, I know this to be true because I see it already. So I wouldn't be bringing it up if I didn't know this to be a fact. They've been destroying it, but you know, you're gonna see in the next coming months how they're gonna be aggressively attacking this fake Christianity out here. So you niggas gonna have to walk the walk. Y'all talking all this shit, man. So we gonna see, man. We already know what time it is, man. The men of the great millstone. You know, under the elders. We've been under persecution. You know?
And know it's gonna get
worse. It's gonna get worse. But yeah, brother, what you want?
He got it. Yeah, go ahead with that. Grab John 8.
This is Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Man, that's a simple question, man. But it's crazy to have to ask that question, man. You make me your enemy because I'm telling you the truth, because I'm warning you. But really, you make are we your enemy because we crushing your American dream, man. Same thing way the prophets of old was crushing the hopes of continuing following the heathens, man. When we tell you the truth, they get in the way of your plans to make it in Babylon.
Hey, that's what the wicked scribes and Pharisees had an issue with Yahweh and the disciples behind that, or the apostles, the 12 apostles, because they were speaking out against, you know, basically the Roman Empire.
Yeah, right.
And they said if they keep this up, that's gonna cause the Roman officials to come take away our benefits.
So
our goodies, yeah, our goodies.
You're right though, but that was Demetrius the silversmith also. He went up against Paul, or had an issue with Paul for one reason, man, because Paul was preaching against his precious Diana, you know, because he was making them silver shrines, getting crazy paid, man, making idols of Diana. And Paul was telling Jake that Diana is some bullshit.
Right.
And so he was cutting into Demetrius' profits.
Right.
And yeah, and the same thing goes on to this day, man.
That sound like Jake, man. You fucking up my money, man.
Come.
Yeah, think about it. I'm sorry, brother. Think about it. If all these niggas that's going to these churches, damn, where y'all at, bro? I wanted the scripture real quick. About what's the scripture that say they line up to the harlot houses in Jeremiah?
By the troops.
By the troops. Yeah.
5 and 7.
5 in Jeremiah 5 and 7. Just real quick.
Jeremiah 5 and 7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods. When I fed them to the full, they did commit adultery, and assembled themselves by troops in the harlot houses.
Right, and that's really the point I wanted to point about there. Our people assemble themselves by the troops in the harlot houses. Man, they jam-packed on Sundays, every so-called church.
No, I'm just gonna say Jake simple, man. What else would that be talking about, man? You pass by them little Moabite massage parlors, it don't be a whole bunch of cars in front of that motherfucker. You go by one of them little hoe houses on a certain part of town, it don't be a packed, you gonna see 2-3 cars.
Yeah, Benz, you gonna see a Lexus.
See a motherfucker throwing on his hoodie. I ain't gonna cover my head. But the motherfucker, with a trench coat on, trying to run up in there with some sunglasses on.
Some blue blockers.
Yeah, some lokes.
Hey, but all of these niggas that be jam-packed in these so-called churches on Sunday, if they was to leave the congregation, then Pastor Porkchop, his money would be gone.
Yep.
His 501c3 status would be rejected and pulled from his ass because he ain't got no congregation.
Yeah, the same thing.
He lose his money.
The accountant brother was talking about with Demetrius the silversmith. And then like you brought out with the disciples. That's why this is the revised Roman Empire. the head Roman officials gonna come in and they gonna snatch all the goodies they gave you.
Hey,
I told your ass to follow accordingly and do what I told you to do. You ain't doing it.
And you had them wicked scribes and Pharisees. What they was doing was also on top of all the other wickedness, they was robbing the people of the money. You know, for 50 they was teaching lies. Get on this side, huh? They were teaching lies for filthy lucre's sake. You know? Which I was holding?
John 8:45. This will go along with Galatians.
Oh, okay. John 8:45.
I'll read, Brother Saint.
John 8:45, I got it.
This is John. This is the book of St. John, 8:45, and it reads, "And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not."
Right, because our people are accustomed to believing lies.
Yep.
And then ultimately it's because the Most High get a Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2, find it where it say the Most High giving you this, made it to where you believe this delusion.
Yeah.
That scripture. Yeah, read it one more time, right?
This is St. John, 8:45. "And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not."
Right, so what it boils down to is the majority of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites, they, which it makes up the percentage number, 2/3, I'm sorry, the fraction, 2/3, they believe lies. That's all they want, because lies, they cater to your emotions. They cater to basically whatever you want to do. Because these lies and these different philosophies basically is telling you whatever you want to do, you can do it. Even in this Christianity, the Bible don't tell you can do what you want to do, but Christianity teaches, long as you pay your tithes and come to, really long as you pay them tithes, man.
Tights is pretty much.
You don't even got to show up to the church on Sunday. Cause they got it in this damn near most churches now. If you don't pay your tithes for the year, they won't marry you. You can't get legally married in this system. But through the church, you can go to the courts and get married. You know, they'll send you a fucking bill. And then another thing they do in some of these churches, they asking for your so-called churches. They want to see your tax return statement.
Yeah, your W-2.
Your W-2. That's good. But check it out. Lock in, bro. They want all this information to get them tithes to know if you able to pay them tithes. Man, really, if you ain't making enough money, you can't even be a member of these churches. You can't even be part of the congregation, man.
Joel Osteen Church.
So, what these churches is doing is they catering to, they telling you can do whatever the hell you want to do. And that's a goddamn lie. All they worried about is that money you kicking in. You know? So go ahead, brother. Because I was going to say, ultimately I made the statement that I don't even like saying our people, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are accustomed to believing in lies because you done been indoctrinated with it. And the reason why is because the Most High gave you over to that. You know? You can keep bringing that out.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness.
Why, and who's all that deceivableness of unrighteousness? Where does it stem from? It stems from the so-called white man, which is Esau according to the Bible. You know, that's where Jake learned to get into this wickedness from. I'm talking about all the tribes. They learned it from the so-called white man. They learned his philosophies. They learned his way of life. as far as on what's right, what's wrong, what's true, what's not true. You know? How to gangbang. You niggas that like to gangbang, that shit comes from the so-called white man. You know?
Shit, that's drug dealing. The niggas that they idolized was all set up by the fucking FBI or the CIA.
Right. So with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, that stems to the so-called white man. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I started at verse 10. I'm going to jump up to verse 9 to prove what this brother's saying is right. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Who's he who's coming after the workings of Satan? The spiritual demon Satan. The so-called white man, the Edomites on the face of the planet. Mainly here, right here in America and over there in Europe. You know? That's where you're gonna find, mainly that's where you're gonna find the Edomites at. You know? And they workings are after the workings of the Satan, because you basically put NATO and the EU together in America. That's the power structure of the so-called white man. And that's where they push their agenda through that body. You know, NATO, the EU, and America is part of NATO. You know? So, go ahead, brother. All right.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
Right.
with all power and signs and lying wonders.
It said with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's why these niggas believe in the so-called white man. Because he got the power and he got, you know, say signs and wonders. You know, just look at what the so-called white man, where really the Most High done gave him the knowledge to be technologically advanced the way he is. This side is, I mean, they got goddamn phones now, smartphones on with your watch and shit. You can talk through the damn watch now, you know? And that's small level technology, but you know, that's some new shit. They got planes and all kind of advanced fighter jets and military helicopters. So you can see the power of this so-called white man. You know, and that's why 2/3 of you niggas can't see it no other way.
That's right.
Y'all think just like the so-called white man. The white man think that America is it. It can't be, this place gotta go on forever, because this is the greatest place in the world. If this go, then what we gonna have on the earth, you know? And that's just how these niggas think. Y'all don't even realize y'all think exactly like the fucking white man. Y'all don't want this place to be destroyed, neither do the so-called white man. Y'all love this wicked ass kingdom, so do the so-called white man.
That's right.
Y'all think this place is gonna continue forever. You got niggas that's talking 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 years into the future. Just like the so-called white man. And y'all can see y'all can actually see his power, but the power that he got, the Most High gave it to him. This devil ain't get into the power seat and establish this kingdom on his own. The Most High did it. You know, the Most High set him up. So that's who you're supposed to glory in. The Most High got the power to set up a kingdom and take down a king.
Yeah, this motherfucker don't go from the fucking caves and the mountains of the Caucasus to ruling the earth by his own power. Come on, man. You know?
Right, y'all don't know history, man. These devils was in a real low state at one point time in history. These was low down dogs in the mountains, man. Living like savages, man. The true savages.
Couldn't even speak.
Couldn't even speak, man. Now these devils can speak like a motherfucker, man. they say, the scriptures say that they mouth is smoother than butter. Their words are smoother than butter and softer than oil. You know? So go ahead, brother.
Yeah, come on. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yeah, you don't receive the love of the truth that you might be saved. like I made the statement earlier, and not just us, I'm talking about all the brothers around the globe that's pushing the correct doctrine, you know? GMS, you know? That's pushing the right doctrine. Y'all, you scoff and mock at it, you know? Hey, read that verse again, bro.
That shit stank, man. That bill.
Oh.
You don't smell it?
Yeah, I smell
It
that.
said, verse 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Right, now, Elder Tahar made a statement, you know, I believe it was last weekend, that the brothers, you know, that they be out there, I mean, kicking this knowledge and been doing it for years, man, laboring, you know, and then Jake just walking by and passing by, like, you know, ain't nothing, hey, we ain't talking about shit. And I'm roughly paraphrasing, that ain't exactly what he said, but basically that was what he was saying. And that's true, man. You got all the camps, you know, that's putting in this labor, man. I mean, we out here for hours, man, going through the scriptures, telling you the truth, because this Bible is the spirit of truth. You know, if you can get that 1 John, I think 5. Well, it's the scripture that say, it's the scripture, even the spirit of truth.
Where can I receive?
Now you John 14, 1 in John 14, find that. When you find it, bring it out. And then, is that it on there?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Verse 11.
Y'all, but let me say this, brother, before you continue. we telling you the truth, and which the truth is what can get you salvation. Ultimately, it's if you're of the elect, but the elect is gonna be into this truth, living it, you know?
Right.
Because that's gonna be your stability when shit get bad out here. But Jake, no, they want to continue in their philosophy that they follow. Why? Because they been deceived by the so-called white man, and the Most High gave you over to that shit because you ain't of the elect. That ain't because I said it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. If you got a problem with it, you got to take that up with the Most High. All right.
It's Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Right. So it tell you that you need. That's why these different philosophies y'all in, they don't hold up. They got all